my ring. I put my head up and told them crown me. My ring finger got a rock on it, rock on it, rock on it. Do dirt on my neck, try to bury me. Do side on me like that was seasoning. Everybody stand up if you ever had your back against the wall and had to fight back. It's your anthem. My view from the top of the moon, I can see the whole world sitting in my hand, a maze of the rules. We finna break the rules, and we gon' make them too. I can't fall asleep, I gotta stand.
About game time, bring the pain time.
There he goes. Give us something good tonight. Over here, over here.
Sharp MP.
Good evening and welcome. Glad to have you along for this Tuesday edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. And we have just about a half a season left. Here's our latest power rankings. You look at Washington, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Well, I think for Atlanta, they've been systematically taking down their opponents, piling up wins just like everyone thought they would.
And now the Washington Wizards starters. We've got Trae Young, and it's Frazier in at the power forward position. And for Atlanta, Jalen Johnson is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then there's Ivy. And it's Big Daddy in at the point. Oh, we've got quite the matchup in store tonight, Doris. Two conference rivals set to clash once again.
And BA, there's typically a little bit of chippiness because it is clear these two teams don't like each other, and you and I are here for all of it.
Here we go.
So the Hawks will get the first possession. And when it comes to the rivalries this team has, MP made something very clear, that his goal was to beat each and every single one in his way.
You can tell how much MP cares about these rivalries. He has been absolutely on fire when the games matter the most, and how important it is to him to win these games. It's about pride, not just for him, but for his entire team as well. When he decides he wants to take it to the bucket, it's really hard for anyone to slow him down.
Here's Big Daddy. The three-pointer off the mark. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Washington. Pass to Whittington. Now here's Young. Three-pointer. Knocks down the long J. Young's got his second basket on the night.
The deep ball from Young. He only needs a little wiggle room to feel comfortable firing away.
Here's Big Daddy. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
I just love his approach coming into tonight. Focused and aggressive.
Young looking around. A shot from the high post. Rebounded by Johnson.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Here's Big Daddy. Three-pointer off the mark. The Wizards have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Johnson against Young. Pass to Frazier. 6 to shoot. Here's Whittington. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness. This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
From 12 feet. Rebounded by Johnson. The Hawks have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Here's Big Daddy. And a miss there on the triple. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Whittington. No good on the three.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Here's Big Daddy. Nails it from beyond the arc. Big Daddy's got 12 points in the game.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
There's Young with the three. Rebound Atlanta. Johnson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Big Daddy. Had a career game his last time out. Bucket after bucket.
And they've got the D reeling. A full three-point attack right off the tip.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Frazier. The Wizards trail by 8. Outside Young. To stop the run. And he takes it up and lays it in. He has 7.
Yeah, there's Trae Young getting it done inside.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with the head coach for the Hawks. We talked about star guard Trae Young, their biggest problem tonight. Coach said Young is one of the most explosive offensive guys in this league. We want to make him a volume scorer. Force Trae into lower percentage looks. Should be a fascinating matchup, BA.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Here's Whittington, coming off a solid outing against Dallas.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
The Big Daddy shot is good.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Here's Wennington. Ivy defends. Wennington, no good.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Here's Big Daddy. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Here's Wennington. 5 points in the game. And Jalen Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Rollins, he's checked in for the Hawks. On defense, the Hawks leading by 12. Here's Wennington. The rebound by Atlanta. And that's 26 straight for them now. Only 2 other teams have ever won more games in a row.
What's striking to me about this incredible streak is that in the course of a season, you might have an injury, you might have a bad shooting night, maybe your defensive game plan wasn't strong at the outset, and yet they grind night after night, come up with different ways to win. The commitment it takes to be on this kind of run is something else.
Outside Young. It's hauled in by Rollins. The Hawks lead by 12. Lets it go from deep. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's McCain. He's been a big scorer for this offense, averaging around 20 points a game. To end the run. It's hauled in by Rollins.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And Vukcevic pulls it down. Vukcevic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Wennington. 5 points in the game. Pass to Vukcevic. Out to Bridges. Fires for 3. The rebound by the Hawks. They went to Washington for their last meeting with the Wizards. Came out with a victory.
Because they took initiative and went right at the defense, a lot of the calls went in their favor.
2 things are a product of that. 1, you shoot a ton of freebies. 2, the other team goes deep into its rotation. Neither one of those 2 things is going to work.
And we've got a timeout called by Willie Green. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Wizards making a switch here.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to McCain. And there's the screen to stop the drought. The rebound by Nesmith.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Ivy, left side. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first. That one's good for 2. And the Hawks lead by 19.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Now the Hawks with it. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
And we all know that on the road, you don't usually look so comfortable on the offensive end. But that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
Here's McKinney. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks out in front by 19 going into the break. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. If you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. You know, for the Hawks, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
With their offense clicking on all cylinders, they own that first quarter.
That's exactly the start you want. You take complete command. Now you've got to maintain that focus.
On the court right now for the Wizards, they've got Miles Bridges, and it's McCain in at the shooting guard position. That one falls. He has 7.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's Frazier. An 11-point game for him in the win against Dallas. Bridges. And he drops it in from the low post.
Oh, it's exactly what you want to see from Miles Bridges. Assert himself, use that frame to convert through contact.
A bit of a tweener, but Miles Bridges finds ways to show up in the box score door.
Well, you know he's looking to score, Brian, first and foremost. Easy to set up as he can attack from virtually anywhere. No matter what, you know that Bridges is going to get you some buckets.
And it's Washington with the ball, following the score by Atlanta.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Offensive rebound. Here's Ivy. Nice D from Bridges. The Wizards trail by 21. Pass to Frazier. Back to Bridges. To the middle. A nice shot by McCain.
Well, boy, Miles Bridges showing you that he's not just a scorer. How about that pass and setup?
Ivy outside. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by the Wizards. They come into this one having outplayed the Mavericks last time out.
They had a lot of breaks go their way in that game, and hey, they cashed in when they could.
Well, you have to capitalize when your opponent has miscues. And give this team some credit. Every time that opponent turned it over, they capitalized.
Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
The first free throw is good. Bridges hits them both. Here's Big Daddy. He's got 24. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Big Daddy in their last game against the Pistons was simply terrific. He He had an unbelievable amount of points, and as we've come to expect, he contributed from the three-point line as well. He was such a difficult matchup in that one. We'll see how he follows it up tonight. Brian?
Good stuff, Allie. Tremendous effort from him in that last game, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I think he pushed them to the win through sheer force of will.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
Now here's Young. He has 7. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Young's got 9 points.
I really like that from Young. Hitting that tweener shot, making them guard you all around the floor.
Knocks it down from distance.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight. And with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
They set a pick. Pass to Frazier. Bridges outside. Here's Frazier. And here's Young. Shot is up. Clark grabs the board. Here's Big Daddy. Guarded by Young. Takes a 3. And again for 3. Ooh, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
B.A., he's on fire.
Pass to McCain. Driving inside. And Ivy pulls it down.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Washington. Here's McCain. And Clark with a block. 4 on the clock. And it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession. Johnson, he's checked in for the Hawks. Anunoby comes in for Rollins. Just 3 to shoot.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Here's Big Daddy. And McCain pulls it down.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
There's the drive. Johnson with the defensive effort.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Here's Big Daddy. 33 points for him. To end the drought. McCain shot is off. Atlanta leading by 21. Launches a 3. Big Daddy's shot is good. Big Daddy's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Now a timeout called by Washington. for Ivy. McKinney's checked in for Washington. And this is a player who's been giving his all. Our Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
When you think about everything he's done on the offensive end, he's more than deserving of this award. He put his team on his back when it came to putting points on the board.
Here's McCain, coming off a 22-point game against Dallas.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates.
McKinney misses.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
And he's carried them this quarter, a dominant offensive stretch.
And the ball out of play. The Hawks will have it. It's February. Let's see how things are shaping up in the East. You look at Atlanta, a fantastic season so far for them. First place in the conference. And checking out Washington, pretty far behind right now.
You know, for Washington, there is a lot of talent on this team, and they've delivered. They're having a great season, and it's only left their fans wanting more.
Well, how about the momentum they have built to get off to this fantastic start? All positive vibes right now for this group.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Whittington, no good. The Hawks have gotten half their shots to fall in the second, 8 for 16. Here's Big Daddy. Connects from downtown. Big Daddy's got 45 points.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Pass to Vukcevic. Now Young. To halt the run. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Big Daddy. Another three for Atlanta.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Outside Young. Pass to Whittington. Here's Vukcevic. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Vukcevic has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Big Daddy. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Beyond the arc. Whittington, no good. Here's Big Daddy. From deep. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a gigantic 33-point lead at the close of the quarter. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Atlanta Hawks.
This has been a weight room game. They're just stronger on the glass, and they're playing with a mean streak, guys.
Man, what do you know about weight rooms, Kenny?
He knows how to avoid them.
Ooh.
And moving on, let's take a peek at how the East is shaping up here in the midseason.
When I look at Atlanta, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. They've got Ivy, OG Anunoby out there with Jalen Johnson. Then it's Brandon Clark, and it's Big Daddy in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. to the left side wing. Pass to Vukcevic. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
His first. Team second.
Washington shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Hawks shooting is around 55% so far. Here's Big Daddy. And it's all from 3-point range. The Wizards shooting just 28%. Lacking confidence on offense right now. There's a screen. Here's Wennington. And the 18-footer right on the mark. Wennington's got 7 points in the game.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
Big Daddy's shot is good.
This guy has been unstoppable. It has not mattered at all what the defense throws at him. He's had an answer.
Here's Wennington. He has 7. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Brandon Clark. That's foul number 2 for him.
They're having a hard time with fouls. It's still early, but one more and they'll be over the limit.
Pass to Jamison. Here's Frazier. Shot clock at 5. Tries the spin move. There's Young with the 3. Rebound Atlanta. Johnson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
With the game on the line, Ice Trae is dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I work too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. It's great stuff there. Thank you. Now here's Young. 9 points in the game. Wennington. Washington again can't hit.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Sinks it from distance.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Pass to Vukcevic. They need this. Young can't hit.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
Oh, another one falls. 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Listen, you give a good shooter that kind of look, and it's going to go in.
4-3. It's rebounded by Washington. Vukcevic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Wennington. 7 points in the game. Over Ivy. Pass to Young. There's a screen. The rebound by the Hawks.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
The 3. And Vukcevic pulls it down. Vukcevic has got his 6th rebound on the night. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Back to Young. The shot's good. Young's got 4 points this quarter.
Courageous play by Young. I mean, he goes inside and gets past the contact to his shot.
The shot by Big Daddy, no good. Washington has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Here's Wennington, taking command on offense when they need it, putting up 21 a game.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see.
Here's Big Daddy. Hits a three-pointer.
All night. He just won't let up.
And it's Washington with the ball. And a new group getting ready for the Hawks. Dylan Brooks checked in for Clark. Neesmith comes in for Johnson. Reeves is checked in for Anunoby. And it's Rollins in for Ivy. Here's Frazier. No points yet. Pass to McCain. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it fly from 18. And Reeves pulls it down.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Good! Another from 3.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible. Here's McCain. 5 points in the game.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Here's Big Daddy. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Here's McCain. Pass to Frazier. Here's McCain. Here's Wennington. Young from long range. No good.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Here's Big Daddy. Hits yet again. Wow!
What a game from him. 72 points.
And he's been simply sensational throughout this one. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Young's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, after netting 1 in the first half, that's the second deep ball to go down for this guy.
Big Daddy. Good! That's another bucket!
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Here's McCain. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Aaron Neesmith picks one up. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising.
Making a switch here.
Keep going out there. No let up.
Here's Big Daddy. Puts up a 3. Drills it from deep.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
So on the floor for the Wizards, we've got Trae Young, and it's Bridges in at the 3. The shot by Big Daddy, no good. And for the Wizards, they're shooting just around 32% from the field. There's Young with the 3. Drains the triple. Young's got 19 points.
Challenging this D with the 3 ball. That's his second from distance this half. And he also hit 1 in the first half, too.
And got it! Another basket!
Incredible! 81 on the night. Channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There's no slowing this guy down. He's on fire. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
Bridges against Reeves. And he gets that one.
I'll tell you, if you're Miles Bridges, you take the easy shots inside when you get them.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. Here's Big Daddy. 3-pointer, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the 3-point line.
Pass to McCain. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
On the take. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half.
Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. He does not get the second one. Well, Doris, with so many franchises, the star player has a lot of sway.
But me, BA, so much of this speaks to which star are we talking about? If you take someone like Stephen Curry, who historically has welcomed other stars to play alongside him, or has at moments in his career had to elevate young players who maybe have to play through some mistakes, he welcomes both. It depends on the star we're talking about.
Neesmith's shot is off. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth.
Huge size disadvantage for the defense. Might as well just get out of the way.
Here's Big Daddy. And it's good! He hits another one!
And this game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Young can't hit. Atlanta's gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. Here's Big Daddy. Connects again from distance.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible. Pass to McCain. Here's McKinney. Fires the 3. And Reeves pulls it down. Here's Big Daddy. No good on the triple. The Wizards have gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
And you look at the development of AI. How might it affect the league going forward, Doris?
I think there's so much to be learned, Brian, about that exact thing, whether we are talking about the league or whether we're talking about society to a greater extent. As it relates to the league, how will teams employ it for scouting? Does it impact shot selection or player contracts? Maybe even the negotiation of the next CBA. Truth is, we really don't know. What we do know, it's coming fast.
From deep, Reeves gets the 3 ball to go. Reeves has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Washington has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Here's McCain. Pass to Young. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Team starter. Shooting for Washington.
And he makes a first. Doris, coaching is a difficult job. You think they're judged unfairly?
I do, PA. I think they go into any circumstance, and it's largely contingent on what is the strength of the organization. What's your ownership like? What is their commitment level to winning? What is your front office and the decision-making process like? But we all know this. Like, the coaches ultimately are the ones who are judged by wins and losses. They know that going in.
Good on both. Hey, Grant, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Here's Wennington. This one for three. Fires in the triple.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. The Wizards have gotten 6 of 10 attempts to drop in the fourth quarter. Here's Frazier. The rebound by Atlanta. Here's Big Daddy. The three ball. Rebounded by Frazier. Frazier's got 11 rebounds in the game. Left side Young. Pass to Frazier from outside the arc. Brooks with the rebound.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Here's Big Daddy. Offensive board. There's the three. Yet another bucket.
90 points. A legendary performance.
We will be talking about this one for a long, long time. Here's Wennington. And that's good for 2 as he grabs the feed. Wennington's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Another bucket!
Wow! He just notched 92 points on that one.
Simply surreal. I'm not sure even he can believe what's going on. Right side Young. Oh, sweet move. Pass to Wennington. The three. That one no good. The Hawks shooting 44% here in the fourth quarter.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Hawks.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And you have to like how they played this year. 55 wins in total. And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Big Daddy.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Atlanta making some changes here. Neesmith, he's checked in for Reeves. And Wong subbed in for Rollins. Young, the pass to Wennington. Misses from close range.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
From behind the arc. The shot by Big Daddy, no good. And Washington has possession. And Young, here we go. Tipped. Three-pointer. The shot by Big Daddy, no good. So we see the Hawks taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Great win tonight, MP.